All right, hey everybody, welcome to FRIENDETTA Season X, Episode Y, because no one knows when these are recorded, when they actually end up on the YouTube channel. But either way, I already know that it's going to be a really fantastic game. Today, I have joining me, I guess, the two most regulars that you know and love. We have Zach and Alex/Shinkari, as I will undoubtedly refer to him. We have a newcomer as well, Paul Perscheid, my Patch Notes boyfriend at Riot Games, has now descended from the heavens to get his ass whooped right here on camera. Yeah, no, okay. It is going to be like that, Paul. Also,
okay,
love you, miss you. Okay, so anyways, we Commander 2018 is out. It's out in the real world. It's absolutely been out here. And we have some more pseudo Commander 2018 themed decks. But either way, Zach, you are shockingly not playing a Sultai deck, which is, I think, this is literally the first time I've ever seen you do it. Tell us about your Commander and tell us about your deck.
Yeah, so for the first time since recorded history, I'm not playing Sultai. Yeah. I'm bringing Thantis, and Thantis is bringing a lot of Planeswalker friends to defend. Yeah. So Thantis, while sort of making everyone attack, incentivizes them not to attack you because this big old spider's going to eat up their stuff. Mm-hmm. And use this power of Thantis to be able to defend some powerful Planeswalkers and use them to eventually take over the game, hopefully. But This is my first time not playing Sultai, so sort of new waters for me.
Yeah, I'm hoping that the addition of red is going to trip you up. Yeah, it's an interesting way to take the deck because a lot of people don't... There's been kind of a new addition to the, can't attack or must attack things that says must attack you or a Planeswalker you control, right? So Thantis kind of has this weird tension where you actually want to be attacking the person with Planeswalkers because you don't want them to ult or just get a bunch of value. But now... instead of forcing people to attack it, you're kind of soft taunting, right? You're saying you can kill my Planeswalker, but maybe at the risk of dying to commander damage or something, which is sweet. I'm excited to see how it plays out. Paul, you are playing one of your darlings, and this is a deck I've never seen. I've heard it's buck wild, but go ahead and break it down. Tell me what you got.
Okay, so I am playing Gishath Sun's Avatar. This is a Naya deck, red, green, white, and Dinosaur Tribal. Dinosaur coming out from the recent Ixalan block.
God, it just sounds good.
Yes.
Yeah.
The way that Gishath works is, first of all, he's got some keyword soup going on, Trample, Vigilance, Haste. But whenever he deals combat damage to a player, I reveal that many cards from the top of my library and put any number of dinosaur creatures from among them onto the battlefield for free. So what this deck wants to do is use that trigger to cheat out a bunch of huge dinosaurs, use tribal effects, some of the general stuff, but also a couple of dino-specific tribal bonuses to get a ton of value out of the deck. Obviously a lot of ramp because Gishath is an HCMC commander, and I have packed the deck full of a lot of high-cost creatures and spells as well. And then lastly, a couple of things to get the upper hand in combat.
Yeah, that's sweet. This is anyone out there who saw my Magic the Gathering Arena stream where we played a Naya Indomitable Creativity Dinosaur combo deck that knows the sort of shenanigans that are going to be here. The park is absolutely open. Shinkari, you are here playing a deck that you just have so many different decks. It's like a different one each time. Yeah. But this is one that is a very different style from the kinds of decks that you usually bring. You're more of an elf beatdown guy. Tell me what you got.
So today I'm playing the Mimeoplasm, which is a deck that Zach has played before, but mine is a little different. Instead of being a value engine, we're just going to make the Mimeoplasm just a big boy. He's just going to be as big as he possibly can be. We're going to suit him up with some 13/13s and some real nice keywords that make him really hard to block. We're going to be throwing stuff immediately into the graveyard, kind of like your Hazaret deck where you have a bunch of cool stuff, but you're never going to cast any of them.
Right, yeah, just right into the trash.
The top of the deck, just right into the graveyard, and use that for fuel for the Mimeoplasm.
Sweet. All right, and so, hey everyone, I'm Patrick /Scarizard / the host of this whole thing, and I'm going to be playing one of the other cool Commander 2018 legendaries, Yuriko the Tiger's Shadow. Yuriko has Commander Ninjutsu, which is a whole thing. Basically, Ninjutsu allows you to return unblocked attackers to your hand to sort of flash in or change the card that's actually in play. And so Yuriko having Commander Ninjutsu means that she actually doesn't have to deal with commander tax. You don't have to pay commander tax. So I can actually have played Yuriko from the command zone, 7, 8, 9 times in a single game, and I never have to play the exorbitant amount of mana, so long as I have an unblocked attacker that is in play. And she has a really important ability here that says whenever a ninja you control deals damage, she's a ninja. There are like 9 ninjas ever. I'm not playing all of them. But whenever a ninja deals combat damage to any player, I reveal the top card of my deck, and I deal damage equal to the converted mana cost of that spell to everybody. So this deck wants to win through combat, sort of. Like, I'm not actually amassing a giant list of ninja that are going to crash through. I don't expect to have more than like 2 ninja on the field ever. But the idea is that there are a lot of high-cost spells that are going to dunk on my opponents, and a lot of ways to mess around with the top of my deck to ensure the maximum amount of pain. There's also kind of a sub-theme of flash. I have a lot of flash creatures. I have a lot of instants. I have some cards that turn all of my spells into instants. And so even though I am not a blue player at heart, I'm going to do my best to play on my opponent's turns more than my own turns, but we'll actually see how that ends up working.
Scarizard!
Zachary, you have won the invisible die roll here, so you are going to be the one to start us off. And I think everybody has their starting hand, so let's go for it.
I think I'm just going to start with a tapped Cinderglade then say go ahead.
All right, sweet. Paul, it's on you, buddy.
Cool. I will draw for turn. I will play a Plains and pass turn.
We got one of those cool Amonkhet planes.
Ooh.
I like that. All right, Shikari, show me tapped land with no ramp. Hey! Nailed it. Loving that. Okay, and I'm going to play I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to play a Watery Grave, which is a tapped blue-black land, and I'm going to pass to you, Zach. Exciting times here. I feel like this is the first game we've had where no one has had a turn 1 play, and honestly, I like that, because my commander costs 3. So I'm happy no one else is getting it.
Whoa.
I think I'm going to do something you've seen from me before.
No.
Turn 2 Karoo and
No! Every time! Okay, fine. Go for it.
Okay.
It's not even bad for me. It's like worse for you, if anything. I'm just mad. Because it's been a turn 2 bounce every single time.
Everyone needs a signature,
Yeah, it's just mathematically unlikely for this to be his signature.
Yeah, I think a Regal Behemoth is going to hit the bin.
Okay. Goodbye, Regal Behemoth. I love how your graveyard, to almost show off how little you interact with your graveyard is this glistening, glowing death spot on your thing. So anything that goes there, we literally can't know anything about it. It's just truly gone. All right. Paul.
Forever. All right. Draw for turn.
Hit me. Don't
I will play a Clifftop Retreat.
Uh-oh.
It does not enter tapped because I already control a Plains.
Oh, we got a badass over here. All right. And
all right, I will tap 2 lands.
You wouldn't.
To cast a Metallic Mimic, declaring Dinosaurs.
Right.
So it is now a dinosaur, and all of my other dinosaurs will get a +1/+1 counter when they enter the battlefield.
Hey, cool. There you go.
Pass turn.
Cute little Robo Dino. I don't know. I don't actually know enough about Dinosaur Tribal. I just know Gishath puts a ton of them into play, so I don't know if I'm going to regret calling that cute in the future.
No, I'm going to be a bad Magic player and cast an instant at sorcery speed. So I'm going to cast Grizzly Salvage, and it allows me to reveal the top 5 cards of my library, and I can put a creature card or a land card from among them into my hand and put the rest into my graveyard.
Okay.
So 1.
So it's creature or land?
Yes.
Okay. So far you're...
4.
Wow.
Ooh, there's one.
Oh, okay. You finally whiffed, but those are all pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think...
You do the Eternal Witness and do it again.
Yeah, you're right.
just... Sorry, I don't mean to be helping. I was just like, I thought that was amusing. Okay. All right, gonna untap, gonna draw, and let's see here. I'm going to play a Morphic Pool. Shoutouts to Battle Bond. It's just like an underground
Shoutouts to
seed.
multiplayer.
Yeah, shoutouts. And then I'm gonna play a Mind Stone, and I'm gonna pass the turn.
All right. I'm going to play a forest and then bring out a hornet's nest.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Begin the bees.
Yeah. Oh
And
god.
there you go.
Bees.
All right. So what's Hornet's Nest's mechanic here?
It's an O2 defender that says when it's dealt damage, put that many 1/1 green insect creature tokens with flying and death touch onto the battlefield.
Oh, delightful.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So if you want all your dinos to get death touch, go ahead and swing on over there. But it is a 0/2.
Yeah.
So
just don't kick it.
Yeah. Don't overkill it because it's not gonna work out for you.
All right. I will play a forest as my land for turn.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
I will tap my 1, 2, 3 lands to cast a Herald's Horn, also declaring dinosaurs.
Dear God.
So my dinos now cost 1 less to cast, and at the beginning of my upkeep, I will look at the top card of my library. If it's a dinosaur, I can reveal it to everyone and then put it into my hand. I will move to combat, and as promised, for your slight during the introduction.
No, what? I love you.
For 2.
All right, I'll go to 38.
Pass turn.
Sometimes love hurts.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm regretting every moment of my relationship with Paul at this very moment. All right, Shinkari, hit me, but not like that.
I mean, I can hit you for more if you want.
Please, well, actually, I don't know if you can, but I also don't want you to.
All right, so okay, you know what? I won't hit you. I'm gonna cast Life from the Loam.
God, that's worse. I
There we
hate
go.
Life from the Loam.
All right,
this
so
card.
Life from the Loam allows me to return up to 3 target lands from my graveyard to my hand, and then it has Dredge on it, which we will get to later.
Yeah.
Pretty
Love-
good.
So I'm gonna put
love
the
Dredge.
2 swamps that we threw into the graveyard, put them into my hand.
Love to dredge.
And then we're going to play a swamp for turn. We're
Really
going
super.
to pass the turn, and I need to discard a card.
Let me
So
guess.
I'm
Is it going to be a swamp?
It's going to be Shriek Maw.
Oh, whoa, never mind. I didn't see that coming.
Ooh, it could be.
Yeah, who knows? Okay.
Anything could be in my hands.
Even if this
Even be
is
a boat.
potentially a big mistake, I'm going to play Yuriko, the Tiger Shower. The Tiger Shower. Not what I meant to say. The Tiger Shadow. Kind
How
of
else do tigers get food?
That's how it's like she hits you once, and then you just like
just a shower, a rain of tigers. And then I'm going to play a Halimar Depths, which comes into play tapped, and then I can look at the top 3 cards in my library and reorder them. And I will pass to you, Zach.
All right. I'm going to use Windswept to get an Overgrown Tomb.
Okay, and Zach, that's coming in untapped?
Yeah. And then Xenagos is going to come and make a friend.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
A hasty satyr.
Yeah. Who I think is just going to stay back and defend his party dad.
Man,
And then I'll say go.
I see. You've got a defender and a planeswalker out already. Now, what is
Yep.
so Xenagos, for people who don't know at the table, the relevant abilities are +1 ramps for each creature you have out, gives you 1 mana. The 0 gives you a satyr, which is important here. But the last one is one that I don't even know what it is. But
So it's exile the top 7 cards of my library, and then I get to put any number of creature and or land cards from them onto the battlefield.
okay, all right, I can see that. That makes sense. Paul, what do you got? You got a little
Yep.
Robo Dino.
Okay.
Got some.
So
lands?
untap, upkeep, Herald's Horn will trigger. Let's see what I got. It is not a dinosaur, so I just draw it normally for turn.
Yeah, or maybe it's a dinosaur you didn't want to reveal.
That's true. Would I be that tricky?
You wouldn't. That's why I really dislike Herald's Horn as the way it's worded. I'm sure it's to prevent some abuse case, but it's odd.
What I will do is I will play a mountain as my land for turn.
Okay.
And then I will tap 1,
Uh-oh.
2, 3, 4,
Mhm.
5 for the Herald's Horn.
Uh-oh, we got a
And
dino.
cast a Regisaur Alpha. Yes. So it is a 4/4, gives my other dinos haste, and brings a 3/3 Trampler dino in along with it.
And both of these.
And then, yes.
Yeah, both of these get a counter because of the metallic mimic, right?
Yes.
Sweet.
Ooh.
And so the way this works is the Regisaur Alpha does not give itself haste. However, my now 4/4 Trampler does have haste.
I see. Well, so how are you feeling about that Xenagos?
How am I feeling about that Xenagos? Because the question is, how am I feeling about the Hornet Nest?
Well, so because you have a Trampler, funny enough, you will be able to spawn like the minimum amount of bees other than 0.
That is true.
I also want to say I can't promise it, but I think if you do force a block and you trample over, I might be able to finish it.
I think I will swing at Xenagos because the only person I want cheating things out is myself. So the 4/4 Trampler will be swinging at Xenagos.
I'm actually going to double block to keep as much Xenagos as I can around. So basically 2/4 worth of stats.
Okay.
So they both end up dying, and you get 2 bees.
I get 2 bees.
All right. Well,
Bees. And that'll do it for my turn. Pass.
Sweet. Thank you for doing your duty to keep the planeswalkers down. Because
of course,
everyone here is going to be doing some pretty fucked up stuff on the table. But I saw Zach's list, and I gotta say, not excited about fighting through that many of them.
So I'm going to upkeep, and I'm going to move to my draw step, and this is where Life from the Loam.
Oh, dredging. So,
Right,
so people out there, dredge is a weird mechanic. They're never going to remake it, but what it means is if you would draw a card, if you have a card with dredge in your graveyard, instead you can put that card back in your hand and basically mill that many cards from your graveyard.
Right.
Or from your deck into the graveyard. So it's a way to stock your graveyard and constantly get back the same sort of spell. Life from the Loam gets land, so it's kind of a big loop where you put stuff in your graveyard and then use it to fish things out and back and forth.
So Life from the Loam has dredge 3, so instead of drawing for the turn, I'm going to put Life from the Loam from my graveyard into my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to take the top 3 cards of my library and put them directly into the graveyard. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play a Sunken Hollow for turn. Which enters untapped because I control 2 basics.
Nice.
Shout out to Tango Lands.
Nice.
So I'm going to tap a black, and I'm going to play Reanimate.
Oh.
So I'm going to put target creature card from a graveyard into play under my control, and then I lose life equal to that creature card's converted mana cost.
Cool.
So we're going to lose 6, and we're going to put Muldrotha, the Graven Tide, into play.
Mm-hmm. She's here, and so Muldrotha says you can play per turn 1 permanent type per permanent type from your graveyard into play.
So I'm going to tap 2, and I'm going to evoke Shriekmaw from my graveyard.
Oh, okay. Neat.
Sure.
So Shriekmaw then enters the battlefield, and it can destroy target non-artifact, non-black creature. And gotta say, not a big fan of dinosaurs having haste.
Ooh. Wow. That's cool.
I see. This is a declaration of war. Patrick, you can breathe easy. I have a new target.
I gotta be honest with you, Paul. I've been breathing easy for a very long time. My threat level was not very high, but I understand.
All right. Well, I am going to pass the turn after that.
Okay. Gonna untap. Gonna draw a card that I know about. So I've played my my swamp for the turn, so my land is out there. And I'm going to tap 2 and play a Lightning Greaves. And I'm going to equip that. I'm going to move to equip that Lightning Greaves into Yuriko. I think everyone's mostly tapped out. Yeah, yes. This makes Yuriko have haste, which is not super relevant, but also has Shroud. So no one, including myself, can target Yuriko. And I'm going to go ahead and say none of y'all are probably interested in letting me get in with an attack here, right?
Yeah, that seems unproductive for us.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? That's fair. I understand. I respect it. Cool. Well, then, with all that said and done, I'm probably going to sit back on defense, leave some mana open, and pass over to Zach.
So...
he does have an Eternal Witness in hand. I feel like I need to... We can't let that one slip by.
So, I think I'm actually just going to go through my combat step doing nothing.
Uh-huh.
Play Canyon Slough tapped. Use Xenagos' plus ability to get me 2 mana. And then bring out Thantis.
Ooh.
Thantis!
For now, at least.
All right. So everyone has to attack.
Yes.
All right.
And go ahead.
Untap, upkeep. Let's see. It is a dinosaur.
Hey.
A charging Tuscadon, in fact.
Oh, Lord. What is that?
Charging Tuscadon costs 3 red and red, 4/4 Trampler. If it would deal combat damage to a player, it deals double that damage to that player instead.
Oh. So sorry, that's your stuff or anyone's stuff?
Just the Tuscanol.
Okay, just that specific creature. Sorry.
Yes. I will play a Jungle Shrine tapped as my land for turn.
Pray into those dinos.
Pray into those dinos. Let's see. Muldrotha is giant. Thantis is giant. Plus, there are 2 hornets chilling out.
Mm-hmm.
Everything must fight. What I will do is I will swing my 2/1 Metallic Mimic and my 4/4 Trampler at Alex.
Ooh, okay.
I'll block the 4/4 with Muldrotha.
Cool. So the Dinosaur will die and Metallic Mimic will go through. Moving to main phase 2.
Uh-oh.
I will tap a red and a white to cast a Sky Terror. It is a dinosaur. It is a 2/2 flying menace. Since my Metallic Mimic is still alive, it is a 3/3 flying menace. And I will pass the turn.
Cool.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play the Gyre Reach Sanitarium.
Mm-hmm.
So this taps for colorless. Don't worry about it. The second part is probably more worrisome to you guys, which is each player draws a card and then discards a card.
Yeah.
So I can do that for 2 mana. But you know what? I have 5 mana. I think it's time to bring out the big boy.
Oh, what is that? Oh, is that Mimeoplasm?
Cast the Mimeoplasm. He's here. He's big. He has a dinosaur for an arm.
All right, and so the Mimeoplasm exiles 2 creatures in graveyards, and then is like a copy of one and gets counters for the other.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is as it enters the battlefield. So does anyone have any responses to the cast of the Mimeoplasm?
I'm going to brainstorm.
Don't you want to see what he makes first?
It's as it enters the battlefield. So isn't it Judge?
Oh yeah. If you want to, if you have things in your deck that could stop it, you want to brainstorm first. If you just want to know what it is before making decisions, brainstorm after.
Yeah, I want to do it now. So brainstorming allows me to draw 3 cards, then I put 2 from my hand back on top in any order. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. This card back. I'm not very experienced at playing with brainstorm, but okay. I've done what I believe is correct, and now brainstorm will go here, and you're free to continue.
All right. I am going to exile the Simic Sky Swallower and the Regal Behemoth.
Okay.
Regal Behemoth is a 5/5?
5/5.
All right. So the Mimeoplasm is going to enter as a copy of Simic Sky Swallower with counters equal to the Regal Behemoth.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to put the Simic Sky Swallower right here, just for quick
So
reference.
it is an 11/11 Shroud Flyer.
It is a 11/11 Flying Trample Shroud.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, cool. This will be a very short game.
I am going to move to combat, and I have to attack.
You do.
Does my Mimeoplasm have haste?
No. Regal Behemoth doesn't give haste.
No, I mean, does Thantis give it haste?
No.
It's just attack each combat.
All right.
Yeah, you can have blockers if they come into play, but everything that was there before has to attack. All right, so Muldrotha is going somewhere.
Muldrotha is going at Mr. Dinosaur Man.
I will eat 6.
All right, and now you're joining us down in actually taking damage. Paul, you're at 34.
Yes.
And then I will pass the turn.
All right, neat. Man, I was really hoping you wouldn't play another creature, either of you, because then now I have to attack this Yuriko somewhere. All right, Paul.
Hello.
I very much would like to keep Yuriko on the board, and I will tell you that I think that it will benefit you to have her on the board.
So I guess my question is,
I know what's on the top. Y'all are not.
Okay.
You're not taking like a 10 billion damage or anything. It's not like a CMC 9 spell or anything that's coming off the top. But I do think it is important for our survival that you keep her.
I mean, I would actually be willing to take a hit just to grow Thantis a little.
I am mostly curious as to how Yuriko staying on the board will help us deal with an 11/11 keyword soup. Because I am all ears on that.
So, well, I mean, I'm trying not to give away all my secrets here. Zach, you're saying so. Zach, instead, if I'm hearing a potential deal from you, if you're interested in keeping this Thantis growing big, does that Thantis have to come to me? I don't think
Thantis would not have to come to you, no.
I don't think I'm a very powerful creature person here, so I think it's probably fine. All right, then in that case, I'll sorry, but it's sweeter, the deal in this case. So I will attack Zach, and I have to attack you, right? It's to a player specifically that I have to attack.
For Yuriko, I think. You're the one with the shape.
Yeah. All right, so you're going to 36?
Yep.
All right, so
Show me the money.
You take the damage. I'm pretty certain I didn't screw you guys over. Okay, cool. I revealed Days Undoing off the top, so all of my opponents lose 3 life. Days Undoing reads, each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into their library and draws 7 cards. If it's my turn, end the turn.
Huh.
Yeah. So it's Time Twister with a pretty big asterisk. So I will put that one into my hand. Sadly, this is the lamest mortuary mire the world has ever seen, but it comes into play tapped. I put a creature card from my graveyard on top of my library. Sadly, I don't have one right now, but that is going to be it for me. So, Zach, I'll pass to you.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to replay that Cinderglade from earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Go into combat. Thantis is going to go at Paul, and then these 2 little buggy boys are going to go at Alex.
Thantis is currently a 6/6, correct?
6/6 spider.
And I am at 31.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I will take it.
Ooh, there we go.
All
That's
right.
Alex, are you taking the 2 from the bugs?
Yes.
All right, so you go down to 27. All right.
And then I think I'm going to just start ramping up the arms race with doubling season.
Oh. Cool.
Oh.
And so that's anytime your permanents would get counters or creature or tokens.
Yeah, anytime I get tokens, I get 2 of them. Anytime I get counters, I get twice as many.
Ah, good.
Yeah. So notably, Thantis and Xenagos will benefit from this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think what Xenagos is going to do is make a pair of satyrs to on defense. And go ahead.
All right. Untap. Upkeep. Herald's Horn. Ooh. I am revealing Galta, Primal Hunger.
Oh, hey.
Oh.
Big boy.
How much dino power do I have? 2/5. Okay. So still not enough there. Okay. So Galta will go to my hand, draw for turn. Excellent. As my land, I will play Unclaimed Territory, declaring dinos.
Okay.
It adds generic mana, unless I'm casting a dinosaur, in which case it will add 1 mana of any color.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I will move to combat.
Mm-hmm.
I will swing the 3/3 Flying Menace at Alex,
Okay.
and I will swing the 2/1 Metallic Mimic at Patrick.
Okay, so I go to 36, and Alex, you go to 24.
Yes.
And what I will then do, going to main phase 2, tap down my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to cast. To cast Galta.
Yeah,
the big
Primal
dino
Hunger.
that I revealed earlier.
12 with trample.
13 to 13.
Ooh,
with
right, it gets
trample.
a counter. I am wrong. You're very correct.
Tapped out, pass turn.
Sweet.
All right.
So Alex, let me talk to you here for a sec, friend.
Talk to you, meaning plead for his.
I have gone through my draw step, so.
No, I understand. I'm not trying to stop you from that draw step. But what I'm saying is, you've got this big ass flyer here, right?
Yes.
What are those 2 tokens, Zachary? Are those satyrs?
Those are just little satyrs.
Just normal satyrs. Cool. So here's what I can offer you. This is, I don't expect that you'll take it. You're a man. You've got your own plans. You can do whatever you want. I can make your creatures unblockable this turn. If you would like Muldrotha to maybe rumble in to maybe exact some vengeance on anyone. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's all. You can take your turn. We can talk about it.
I will take you up on that offer at a later date.
Okay.
Meetings,
Yeah, I understand.
Top 3. Yeah, I'm a very busy man. I'm gonna play a Bow of Nylea.
Ooh, okay.
So
okay.
Bow of Nylea, for 1 to green, I can choose 1. I can put a +1/+1 counter on a creature. Bow of Nylea can deal 2 damage to target creature with flying, gain 3 life, or I can put the top or I can put up to 4 target cards from my graveyard on the bottom of my library in any order.
Yeah, just a whole bunch of random stuff that it does. But
Yeah,
the
so
important bit is usually the attacking.
Yeah,
creatures.
so the important bit about right now is that attacking creatures you control have death touch.
Yeah.
Big thing on everybody's mind.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go ahead and move to combat.
All right.
And,
now, do you sure you don't want me to potentially deal with a Thantis? It's got reach. If you're thinking of maybe wanting to crash in over there, or
well, Thantis can't kill me, so
right. But your thing doesn't have trample either, right?
The Mimeoplasm, of course it does.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, Sky Swallower.
Oh,
does
Sky Swallower has trample. All right, you're good. You're good. All right. So then, even if this incurs your wrath here, on beginning of combat.
Okay.
I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4, sacrifice Yuriko to emerge an Elder Deep Fiend.
Oh, wow.
Which is an Eldrazi Octopus, comes into play, and when I cast it, tap up to 4 target permanents. And so I'm...
All right.
Yeah, so I'm going to tap Thantis. I'm going to tap Muldrotha. I'm going to tap... we'll say I'll tap both of Zach's satyrs as well.
I didn't really want to attack anyone with Muldrotha anyway.
Yeah.
It is a little upsetting that she's tapped.
Well,
that's
why is it upsetting? She's safe this turn.
Yeah. Hey, Zach.
Hi.
How?
Ooh.
Me or my good friend, the party boy?
I don't care about the party boy. I care about your life.
Oh, man.
I'll taste it.
Drop by 11.
All right, so you're taking all 11? Yeah, all right, so... Wow, that's really unfortunate that you had to take all 11 of that. I can't believe someone would do that to you.
So for main 2, I really don't like competing for the biggest power on the board. So I'm going to go ahead and evoke Shriekmaw with Muldrotha and kill Galta.
Galta, no! Galta, goodbye.
All right.
Man, Shriekmaw really does not like dinosaurs.
Shriekmaw does not.
He's just yelling at them and dying.
I'm just imagining this big, fish. It's just like, what is that?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, just, not even dives and just leaves. It's like, you know what? No. If we're going to be like this, no.
No.
Yeah, I'm used to stomping on pirates. I'm not about to mess with whatever that is. Okay, bye.
All right, is it my turn?
Yes.
All right, I will untap all of my stuff. I'll probably equip this Elder Deep Fiend with a Lightning Greaves just because we can at this point.
But as you do that, an important question.
Uh-huh.
What tentacles are the shoes going on? Because there's 2 shoes, but a lot more than 2 tentacles.
So I gotta say, the tentacles on Elder Deep Fiend are actually, I think, too big to wear the greaves. So I think the greaves are kind of going to rest on its head.
That works.
I kind of imagine as long as the greaves are in contact with you, then they
Yeah,
I would
I think
at least
that
assume
works
that
as well.
if the tentacles fit, it would have been like a Squidward tentacles kind of deal where he just stuffed multiple tentacles into the boots in order to make it look like he had 2 human legs.
Right, I can understand that. All right, so I'm going to play land for the turn, playing a swamp, and I have to attack here. Man, the life totals are getting a little spooky around here, I got to say. So, Zach, you're at 22.
I will say one of us has an 11-11.
Yeah.
That's true. It's very true. I'm going to...
One of us does have a Planeswalker.
Yeah, I'm actually going to kill the Planeswalker. I feel like I'm not going to get many opportunities to do this.
All right.
That's respectable.
And Thantis does grow as well. You get 1 counter. So Thantis is now a 7/7.
Nope, 2 counters because of the doubling season.
Oh, damn. All right, never mind. It's an 8/8. That's even better than I thought. So just an update as well on commander damage. Thantis has dealt 6 to Paul, and Mimeoplasm has dealt 11 to Zach. So Zach is potentially at lethal damage here from Mimeoplasm. Okay, just making sure I understand that. All right, cool. Then, Zach, I'll pass the turn.
So I think I'm pretty scared of Alex right now.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where I think I just want to kill him.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, is that where we're at?
Well,
we're at Vivian Reed, who comes into play with 10 counters.
Oh my God.
Wow.
What in the hell? Okay, I'm gonna need, for dramatic effect, I'm gonna need you to read down the abilities of Vivian Reed, because this is gonna get pretty buck wild.
I'll get to the other ones, but the important one is for -8, I get an emblem with creatures I control get +2/+2 and have vigilance, trample, and indestructible.
Patrick, how blue is your blue deck?
It's way too blue for this shit, is what I can tell you. All right, so you're casting Vivian Reed.
Right now, I just want to get rid of the guy who can kill me next turn before he does.
And now, here's the thing. I would very much love that because, I mean, just a lot of reasons right now, but I can't afford to have you with the emblem, and I hope that you understand. So
I don't actually.
The emblem, having an emblem for the rest of the game.
Okay, yeah, fair.
That's we will at some point need to beat you, and
well, yeah.
All right, well, we're gonna find out. I'm gonna overload Cyclonic Rift in response to Vivian Reed being cast.
Okay.
So all non-land permanents I don't control return to their owner's hands.
That is actually fine.
So there you go. That's. But you also don't get 10 counters on Vivian Reed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then I'm gonna put her up to 6 and just use her +1 to look at the top 4 cards and try and find something.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's fair. Sorry, I saw my life flash before my eyes, because if it comes down to a 3-way fight between your big creatures, the dinosaurs, and my one ninja and my one octopus, I gotta say I'm not excited about how that's gonna go.
I'm gonna say I wasn't either, so I appreciate this.
All right.
Pat, is there any card in that deck that turns that octopus into an octopus ninja?
Yeah, there are some, in fact.
Right.
That's intense.
I think I'm just going to grab a Tranquil Thicket, which is a cycling land out of the top 4, and then play it and pass the turn over.
All right, sweet.
All right. Herald's Horn is in my hand, no trigger, so I will just draw normally. But that's interesting. It's not a land, but it's interesting. I will tap 3 to put the Herald's Horn back out. I will then tap...
Naming?
Naming dinosaurs.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Imagine if I didn't.
Well, you could name elders.
I'm not going to do a little bit more preparation, tapping green, and colorless. This is not a dinosaur. It is a cat snake. I am casting Prowling Serpapard.
Ooh.
It's a 4/3, can't be countered, and says creature spells I control can't be countered.
Good. Great. Loving it.
So the Serpapard's going to chill out. Herald's Horn is here. Pass the turn.
All right. You did not play a land for the turn?
That's correct.
Okay.
Going to untap.
You sort of did with the horn, but yeah, you didn't.
That's true.
This time for real, before I did it accidentally. I'm going to play High Market.
Okay. So that lets you sacrifice creatures for a life?
Yes.
Okay.
And I am going to make everyone's life a little less fun.
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
And we're going to cast Shieldred, the Whispering one.
Oh, dear.
All right. Is that all you got?
Yeah, that's all I got. I'm just going to go ahead and pass the turn, and Shieldred is just going to work her wonder.
Sweet. Well, I'm going to go to my upkeep, and sadly I have to sacrifice my Eldrazi Octopus. Goodbye, Elder Deep Fiend. You, I knew you well. Okay. Then I'll do... Zach, what... Vivian's minus is what now?
Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. All very green things.
All extremely green things. Oh wait. Oh no! Is this gonna be the most disgusting thing of all time? Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm pumped.
Oh no! I think this is how this works. Oh god.
Okay.
I love all of you very much, and I appreciate your time.
Okay, let's go. Oh
okay.
Wait, you ending the game?
No. This might be worse.
Worse than ending the game.
So I'm gonna play Notion Thief.
No.
Notion Thief has flash and says if an opponent would draw a card except the first one that they draw on their draw steps, instead they skip that draw and I draw a card.
No.
And I'm gonna give it Lightning Greaves.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna attack.
And then what are you gonna do, Pat?
Well, hold on. I'm gonna attack somebody.
Okay, yeah.
Or am I? Is that even smart? Jesus fuck.
You can attack Vivian Reed.
I can't attack Vivian Reed. You are correct.
Yeah.
And how much loyalty is Vivian at?
She's at 6.
Okay, I have to attack Vivian Reed. I have to.
All right, she goes down to 3.
Yeah, she goes down to 3. All right, and then...
Yeah, then what are you going to do, Pat?
And,
what are you going to do?
And then I'm going to play Days Undoing, where everyone shuffles their hand in graveyard of the library and draw 7 cards, except because of Notion Thief, none of you draw the cards, and I draw all of them.
Wait, do we draw 1?
No, you skip the draw.
Yeah, we just skip. We lose everything.
But it says except for the first card they draw on the turn.
No. In the draw step each turn, like that draw cannot be messed with by Notion Thief.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody discards their hands.
Shuffle hands in graveyards.
Shuffles all of your hands and graveyards into the library, and then
you draw 28 cards.
Yeah, and then I draw 28 cards.
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Well,
Pat, I haven't been looking at you all game, but
I knew that it would be a bad, but when am I ever going to be able to do that with Days Undoing? All right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
when in
10,
row,
11,
right?
12, 13, 14.
When in row.
All right. All right. Well, this is just for everyone at home. This is the stack of cards that I've just drawn. And I got to choose the ones that I'm actually going to keep, because this is this is a thing.
3 hours later.
All right, and I'm going to pass to Zach.
All right. Let's see if there's still any magic to be played.
Oh my god.
My god. I'm just going to pick a Baronmore with Vivian Reed and then cycle it.
Okay.
To try and find something else. And hey, that's not the worst, actually.
I'm gonna see if my collusion bell is working. Here we go.
Oh.
Dear God.
Let's bring out Garrick Relentless, who's the flippy Garrick.
Mm-hmm.
And then he starts with 3 until make a wolf. And then I'll play Colony Garden for a plant and pass the turn.
I will untap, upkeep, look for Herald's Horn. It is not a dinosaur, so I will just draw a card as normal. I will play the land that I drew, Arch of Erazka. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not enough at the moment. However,
your Serpa part is dead, by the way. From
yes,
that thing.
Shieldred Trigger. At the beginning of upkeep, I have to sacrifice a creature. This is the only one I have, so goodbye, Prowling Serpapard. Back to main phase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yep.
Gishath, Sun's Avatar. 7/6, Trample, Vigilance, Haste. I'm going to attack Patrick.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, so I'm taking 8 damage from this.
You are taking 7.
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I got a 29 with 7 commander damage, and then you reveal the top 7 cards of your library.
Yes. So Boros Signet, not a dinosaur.
Okay. So
this is a good time to tell you about the legendary Curse of the Gishath deck. Tradition states that the first time I trigger Gishath, I completely whiff. Let's see if that happens.
Okay, so we've got 1 already.
Lightning Greaves.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
2, 3, Radiant Destiny.
Okay.
4, Metallic Mimic. Not a dinosaur when it's not on the battlefield.
Oh my god.
All right.
5, Mosswort Bridge.
Oh no.
6, Blasphemous.
No way. And then 7?
7, Wear and Tear.
What?
The curse holds.
Oh my god. Okay.
So do these get shuffled in? Do they go back?
They go back to the bottom of my library.
Okay.
In a random order. But the vigilance is nice. So.
All right. And so Gishath is out.
Gishath is out.
Okay. Can you bring him on down?
So are you good? Can I move to my
Yes.
So I'm going to untap and I'm going to move to my upkeep, and this is where I grab a creature card from my graveyard if I had one.
I have to say, like, I'm not sophisticated enough. I wanted to do it specifically so that I would deny Shieldred from getting value, and then only realized as I was about to do it what it was going to do.
So I have a couple things I can do here. Can you read me the blue Mugens thing?
Yeah, so you don't want to get baited by this one. This has happened on this show before. Imagine a Seeing Wind says it comes into play with a divinity counter on it if it was played from my hand. Okay. And then it's indestructible, and then you remove a counter, and you draw a card for each permanent you control.
All right. Power Toughness?
Power Toughness is a 3/3.
All right. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not very good. What else are you interested in?
The only real good one is Noxious Gearhulk.
Yeah,
Maybe
well, Lu Xun gives you the draw card on damage, and it's unblockable. Unless someone here is playing Horsemanship, right?
Yeah.
I have no horses.
Okay, so are you going to cast the Mimeoplasm?
I think I'm going to do it. We're going to go for it.
All right, and so we're exiling what here?
All right, so I'm going to exile Mr. Horsemanship Man.
Okay, so Mimeo is a copy of Lu Xun, Scholar General, so it's a 1/3 Horsemanship.
Zach, what do you have in your graveyard?
I have a Baron Moor.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to be making this for me.
Right yeah. So what's the other big boys?
You're looking for the highest power and toughness that I have? Silent Blade Oni is a 6/5.
Okay, yeah, we're going to go.
That's the biggest one. So goodbye to Silent Blade Oni. So you have a Scholar General wearing the skin of a Silent Blade Oni.
Yeah.
So just in case people wanted to sleep tonight, think about that.
Yeah.
Have you
never rode into battle as a general whilst riding your demon ninja?
Have not.
I mean, I think
there's a mental
more of like the general is like the horse and the man combined, just stuck in the skin of a demon, and
demon ninja. Cool. It's very important that it's also a ninja.
It's also a ninja.
Yes.
All right, so he's Scholar a 1/3, so I have a 7/9 Horsemanship. Sadly, I don't get to draw a card with Shieldred dealing damage. But hey, Pat, here's some Swamp Walk coming.
I understand. You do what you got to do. All right, so I got down to 23, and is that the turn?
Yeah. So my main 2, I'm gonna play a Breeding Pool, and then I will pass the turn.
Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna untap, and then Shieldred triggers, and I have to sacrifice Notion Thief. I think you did enough.
Good riddance to bad rubbish.
And I'll draw this card. I'm going to play a Command Tower. So I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lands in play right now. I'm going to cast Nexus of Fate. Nexus of Fate says I take an extra turn after this one. And then if it would go into my graveyard from anywhere, I shuffle it back into my library.
All right.
And then I'm going to, while I'm doing this, I'm going to use my remaining open mana, and I'm going to cast Vampiric Tutor to search a library for a card and then shuffle it and put it on top of my library and lose 2 life. So I'm going to go ahead and lose the 2 life now.
All right.
So I'm going to, I've now put it on top. The Vampiric Tutor goes here. I'm all tapped out. I'm going to move to my second turn, and I am going to play an Underground River. And
what is that?
Underground River, it's the Pain Land. It's the blue-black Pain Land. And then I'm going to pass the turn to Zachary.
Slightly terrifying, but all right. Untap. Let's draw for turn. Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, I have to sacrifice a plant to Shieldred, so eat your veggies, even if you're a praetor.
Goodbye, plant.
Nom.
So I think I'm going to tick Vivian up to 5, take a peek at what's happening on top. I guess grab a mountain, play that mountain, make another wolf with Garrick. Right. And then bring out the original Liliana Vess and use her ability to Vampiric Tutor. So I could make someone discard, but given how stacked Pat's hand is, I don't think it's going to do much. And I think he's the only one I'd target right now. So I'm going to search for something and put it on top and then pass my turn.
I will untap. Beginning of upkeep, 2 triggers will happen. Shieldred and the Herald's Horn. So I will say farewell to Gishath, back to the command zone. And then I will see if I found a dinosaur. I did not find a dinosaur, so I will just draw this card as normal. I will play it. It is a Canopy Vista, which does not get me enough mana to bring Gishath back out. So I will pass turn.
I'll play an island for turn. So I would like cards to be in my graveyard. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to activate Gaia Reach Sanitarium.
All right, so we all draw 1.
And then discard 1. Draw and discard.
Okay.
Discard.
I'm not super scared of any of the planeswalkers that Zach
I'd be more scared about the guy who stacked his hand.
Yes, I agree.
Hi. Hello.
So here's what's gonna happen. I know Thantis isn't out on the board, but we're just gonna go like this. I'm sorry. All right, we're gonna move to combat. And we're going to attack Pat.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to overload another Cyclonic Rift.
Hey, there it is.
Which is the thing that I got with the thing. Is that happening?
I don't know the name.
I have no response.
I feel like this. I'm not used to being the archenemy. This is weird. It's like cool to do it. I don't want to do it all the time because I'm conflicted. There we go.
Hello.
All right. Mimeoplasm's coming back.
Yeah. So here's what's going to happen. We are going to make it a copy of a Noxious Gear Hulk.
Okay.
With counters equal to Higre the Stillwind.
So you get a 5/4 with menace with 3 +1/+1 counters.
Yes, it is an 8/7 menace.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna play Drowned Catacombs, which comes into play untapped, and I am going to attempt to cast, also for the first time in my life, Omniscience.
Uh-oh. Oh goodness!
So much science.
Oh lord.
Omniscience.
I have no response.
So Omniscience says I can cast non-land cards from my hand without paying their mana costs, and I'm going to then cast Future Sight, which allows me to play with the top card of my library revealed.
Lord.
And I cannot believe it. All right. Well, the literal only infinite combo that I have in my deck is revealed on the top. So this is how this works. So I'll put Sensei's Divining Top into play.
Yeah.
And I'll reveal Jin-Gitaxias, or for whatever reason, and I'll demonstrate the loop here for you and for everybody at home. So Sensei's Divining Top has an ability that says I can tap it to draw a card, in this case Jin-Gitaxias, put it into my hand, and put Sensei's Divining Top back onto the top of my deck. And so because Future Sight says I can play the top card of my library, I can do this to draw every single card in my deck. So
and then eventually play everything in your deck.
Well, yeah.
Until the only card left in his deck is Nexus of Fate.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead.
Wait, hold on. Can't you not play another land?
No. So
he just draws them.
Yeah, I just draw them with the top.
You just draw them.
Yeah. So literally go through the entire thing. So let's say, I've done that. So all of this is in my hand, and you guys have seen my entire deck at this point. In theory, I have no cards in library, and then I play Nexus of Fate. Upon which Nexus of Fate returns to my library as the only card in it, because if it would go anywhere, it's shuffled into my library. And then I cast Nexus of Fate an infinite number of times. Currently, I don't have an actual win presented on board, so we'll go ahead and say...
Why not just drop everything?
Well, I mean, yeah, we can... Well, it gets tricky to drop literally everything, because some stuff makes me draw cards. But we'll say Invisible Stalker... a 1/1 hexproof unblockable over an infinite amount of turns will kill all of you.
One rude slap to the face at a time.
Yeah.
One rude invisible slap to the face.
Well, not necessarily to the face, actually. It would be ruder if you didn't know where it was going to hit.
Yeah, actually, Invisible Stalker goes 22 times for Zach, 25 times for Paul, 24 times for Shinkari, and slaps them at a different place on their body and takes turns walking by. At least one time they blow in your ear, dealing a single...
That might do 2 damage. Let's be real.
That might do 2 damage.
What a way to go.
That's it. That's it. I'm so sorry. I feel wrong. I feel bad. I have conspiracy and arcane adaptation to turn things into ninjas and flash in ninjas to hit you with high mana cost spells. I was literally, as I was building this deck, I told Zach there's a single infinite combo I found on accident. And I confirmed it with him. And literally, I have Omniscience, I have the Future Sight that I drew, and the next card on top of my library is fucking top. So, before we get to the regular outro, I'm sure that some of you are already typing away at your keyboards. I have to explain the infinite combo that we showed off is actually not an infinite combo, as we learned some weeks after this was recorded. I had checked with a friend of mine who's a level 1 judge, and we all seemed to, in the moment and beforehand, believe that that's how it worked, but it comes down to the way that Future Sight is worded. Apparently, a previous version of Future Sight that has since been eroded said that you may play cards from the top of the library as though they were from your hand. Omniscience says spells that you cast from your hand you can play for free, so it creates this weird thing where, you know, we thought that I would be able to play the Sensei's Divining Top from the top of the deck for free. That's not actually true. For what it's worth, I did have like 10 other cards in hand that were all going to draw me more cards, yada yada yada. No one can really say that I was going to win. It's obviously a very difficult situation, though with then again, when I untap, there's a whole bunch of mana, and then I can do a lot of the loop that I displayed there, so it ends up being a very sort of weird situation. We've been making all sorts of mistakes on this channel. I mean, there isn't really a channel that doesn't make mistakes, but I appreciate those of you who have been pointing them out constructively in the comments. This one was one that was big enough that we caught that I figured it'd be good to get out of the way now. That said, I hope you all enjoyed the games. I hope you all enjoyed the decks. We will absolutely have a lot of these ones back. I'm a big fan of Thantis, and I obviously love dinos as well. So anyways, thank you again for watching. Thank you for checking out the show. If you really liked it, please be sure to, you know, do the whole like, comment, and subscribe thing. You've seen YouTube videos before. You know what I'm doing. And a reminder that this show and all of my creations are powered by Patreon. You can see the patron list right there. We've got a couple new ones in there. Shoutouts to Mike. Played some EDH with him this week. It was very, very fun. And if you'd like to become a patron and help back the show and help keep my lights going and help keep this show going, go ahead and check out the link below. We also have deck lists there available for anyone who is super interested in how everything shook out. So yeah, thank you again, everybody. Thank you. I know I say thank you a billion times. This has been the longest intro yet, but we will see you next week for another exciting episode of Friendetta. As well as potentially some other Magic goodies, maybe a deck tech, maybe a podcast, some other things to feature on this channel that we're going to be working on and y'all can look forward to in the future. So with that, I will leave you all. Good luck, have fun,